So before we start, everybody welcome to today's class. It's P5 English on a Tuesday evening, right? So P5 English on a Tuesday evening. So last week we learned about tenses, okay? And English language is one of the few languages that have tenses, okay? And if you check with Malay or Chinese, correct me if I'm wrong, Tamil as well, the verbs have no tense, right? A verb is present, past, and future, right? Depending on how you say it in a sentence. So a verb, most of the tenses that we use are either in present or past generally. Sometimes there is something called the future tense. Okay, future tense is used for actions which will occur in the future, whether near or the far future. And in order to make something a future tense, we have to add these words, okay? Hold on, let's change this. Okay, the words will or the word shall are used to indicate time, okay? They are called modal verbs. Not model, but modal. Okay, so let's start really quickly with bubble number 1. Okay, 1 minute. I think it's a bit too long. I'm going to end it whenever everybody's ready. Okay, I'll give you 30 seconds. Bubble question number 1 in 3, 2, 1. Okay, bubble number 1. Last Saturday, my father that his dinner suit was too small, so now he follows a strict diet. Right, so let's look at the results. We have, I can't say how many people there are in this class, but there are 32 of you, no, 32 plus 3, 35 of you who got this wrong, which is quite a sizable number. Boys and girls, pay attention to this. Last Saturday, past tense. Okay, discovers, present tense. Has discovered, present perfect. Now, don't care about this ed word. If you see the word has over here, it is definitely present, regardless of whether there's an ed here or not. Okay, so present perfect has discovered. Discovers, present, wrong. Was discovering is strange because it is past, but it is past continuous. Now, remember what I taught you last week about past continuous. The action is very important. If the action happens and carries on for a while, then you use the past continuous. But for an action like discovering, which is pretty quickly, the answer should be number 3, right? He discovered that it was too small. Okay, so he needed to go on a diet. Okay, and after Chinese New Year, most of you should go on a diet as well. Next question. Wait, hold on. Let me tag myself. I don't know why I'm not pinned. Bubble question number 2. Helen, what her swimming test 5 times. So far, she's unsuccessful, but she will not give up. 3, 2, 1. Okay, here's the news. I didn't set the bubble count. The person who created this set it. I can't end the question early. Oh, this is so annoying. Okay, so the correct answer for this is number 2, right? She has taken her swimming test 5 times. Okay, so far she's unsuccessful. That's your clue. So far she's unsuccessful. She will not give up, which tells us that she has taken it in the past. She's taking it now, and she will take it somewhere into the future. Okay, but this swimming test, okay, this swimming test has already been completed 5 times. It happened in the past. It has already been completed right now. Okay, so you cannot use takes her swimming test 5 times, even though it's present tense. The 5 times has just been completed. Okay, so you cannot use was taking for sure because it's past continuous. Okay, the 5 times has already ended. Taking is not allowed as well because the swimming test has already ended. So we are emphasizing on this event ending. Oops. This event ending. Okay, the ending of the event is what we are emphasizing. Okay, that this 5 times has been finished. So has taken, which is your present perfect, right? Focuses on the ending of these 5 times and still unsuccessful. Last year, Richard rode his bicycle to work every day. I want to ride my bicycle. Number 3 question, 1 minute in 3, 2, 1. 1 minute. Last year, Richard his bicycle to work every day. All of you saw the word every day, and you decided that every day should be the correct word. Okay, but you missed out or you forgot about the word last year. So if something happened every day throughout last year, it is still in the past. Don't think of it as the present tense. So the 60 of you who chose option number 1, I'm so sorry, it is not present tense. Number 2, continuous tense is also wrong. You are caught between number 3 and number 4. Okay. Number 3, road is the past tense, or we call the past simple tense of ride. Number 4, ridden is what we call the past perfect or past participle. Okay, so it's when do you use the past participle? If you have the word has, have, or had. Okay, but there's no has, have, had, so we can't use the word ridden. There's no has ridden, have ridden, had ridden. Let me make myself louder. Hello, I should be loud enough now, right? I don't know. Okay, so there's no has, have, had. So the correct answer is number 3. Last year, Richard rode his bicycle. Because it happened last year, it is the past simple. There you go. Number 4. Quickly now, let's move on. Number 4, 1 minute starts now. Okay, next one. More than 20 people. This is the clue. When the accident arrived, tells us that scenario 2 or incident 2 is happening. Incident 2 is happening. So at the same time, when incident 2 is happening, incident 1 is happening. So we are emphasizing here that this thing is happening concurrently at the same time. Okay, so more than 20 people were visiting the park when the incident happened. Okay, now we also know that it's past tense, cannot be have been visiting because of the word occurred, O-C-C-U-R-E-D. Okay, so the word occurred tells us that it happened in the past. At that time, this other incident was happening. People were visiting the park. Okay, so answer is number 4. Coming sec. Oh, yeah. Tenses, right? Because my wife, who is a non-English speaker, tells me that tenses is the hardest thing for non-English speakers to learn, or non-native speakers. All right, number 5. I proposed the idea, no, I didn't propose to my teacher, I proposed the idea to my teacher, even though to feel fearful. So you have 1 minute, answer this. Not a great amount of you got it right. In fact, over 80 of you got it wrong. What? So the answer, right, is proposed, past tense. Okay, so you cannot say begin. Those of you who choose begin, right, the 30 plus of you, that's not correct because it's already in past. So begin is present, that's for sure wrong. Now, number 2, many of you chose number 2. Almost 50 of you chose number 2. I'm going to explain to you why number 2 is wrong. Again, you look at the word begun, you think it's past, right? But the word have is present. So if you see a present word and a past tense word, what is that? Okay, this is present perfect, which is completely not what's allowed because this word is in past tense. This sentence is in past tense. So this is wrong. Beginning is continuous tense. So definitely no chance. The answer is number 3, had begun. Okay, I had begun. Okay, so we have finished with bubbles. Now let's go on to the next very difficult and very annoying part of English. So the 2 things that are really hard to do for English grammar is number 1, tense is very hard, and number 2, prepositions are very hard. So what are prepositions? Prepositions, right, come from the word positions. Okay, and it's to identify where or how an object or a verb or an adjective is used. Okay, let me make it easier for you, right? A preposition is a grammatical item or word that is used before a noun, phrase, a noun or a pronoun to connect it to another word. Okay, so it's used to show these things. Please note this if you have a book or a paper with you. It's used to show these three things. Three things. Number one, prepositions tell us the direction of something. Okay, preposition tells us the time of something. And lastly, it tells us the place and location of an action or something. Okay, so she drove to the store. So the direction is from home to the store. If I wrote that she drove from the store, it means that she comes from the store back home. Okay, I drove to the store. She drove from the store. Okay, so to and from, right? By just changing these words, you have a completely different meaning. The direction is different. He was born in 2015. Very young. I think he's only 7 years old right now. He was born in. You cannot say he was born on 2015, but strangely, you can say it this way. He was born on December 7, 2015. Oh, why is it like this? Okay. Now, it's very tricky. He was born in 2015. If you are giving the year, remember this. If you're only talking about the year, you can say he was born in 2015. But if you're going to give the exact date, you have to say he was born on December 7, 2015. I know, it's English. So remember this little trivia for you. He was born in 2015, but he was born on December 7, 2015. Okay, the year in, the date on. Next, next one. Yeah, it's like that. You know, when your teachers ask your teacher why. Your English teacher has the least convincing way of telling you that it's like that. Next, she was waiting next to the supermarket. So next to tells us the position, okay, or the location where she is. She's next to, she's right beside. Yeah, next to is right beside. And I will find her where? The place again, at the library. Prepositions do these. They tell you the place, they tell you the time, and they tell you the direction. Clear? Crystal? Clear? Is there anybody called Crystal here? There's up, down, over, under are all prepositions. They also tell us the place and location generally. All right. So next, prepositions of direction or movement. To refer to a direction, use these prepositions. Woo. To, in, into, across, along. All these are preposition of directions. Yeah, they're all here. Your sister's name is Crystal. All right. Hi, Crystal. So all these are directional prepositions. Now, there's two directional prepositions that through is a preposition, yeah, because I went through the shopping center, which means it's telling us how what direction you are going, right? I went through the shopping center. It's given as a direction. Okay. So she drove to the store. You should turn into the street. You can the car there. They drive into. Now, to and into has a slight difference. And it's completely dependent on the situation you use them. So in and into often get mixed up, but we will show you in the future lessons how to differentiate the two. Okay, when I get the questions, I will tell you how to differentiate these two, but we don't go into detail yet. Okay, next one, preposition of time. Okay, preposition of time. To refer to a point in the time, you can use these prepositions. In, at, on, since, for, by, during. Wow, the weather was cold in December. Remember I said, if it is a month or if it's the year, you can use in, but if it's an exact date, you use on. She eats lunch at noon, 12 o'clock. Okay, noon is 12 o'clock. I go for swimming classes on Saturday. So if you're talking about a day or a specific date, you use on. Okay, last one, I have known her since 2015. So 2015 up all the way till now, 2022, right? I still know her. Okay, I have known her since 2015 all the way to now. It tells us how long I known her for. Yes, year. Thank you, Cedric. Last one. Commonly used prepositions for place or location. Right? Where you are, what are you doing? Refer to a place, use these following prepositions: in, at, on, outside, inside, over. He left the phone on his bed. Right? The position on the bed. Place the pen inside the drawer. Okay, not outside, but inside position-wise. The train lines have been dug under the ground. Okay, so it tells you the position of something, it tells you the location of something. It is also a preposition. So let's round it off. Just remember these three things: DTP. DTP. Direction, time, place or position. Okay, place or location. DTP. Right. Let's do question number 6. So nice. They came up with a visual for you as well. Okay. Question number 6 in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. In all cases, people don't walk on the street because, well, the streets are not there for you to walk on. And so we should spend a short time walking on the street. We either walk across the street or we walk along the street, which is kind of dangerous. Okay. So if you look at the picture here, right, it gives you quite a good clue, right? Oncoming traffic. Okay, so the only time you will meet oncoming traffic is when you walk across the street. Okay, don't walk on the street, don't walk along the street. Definitely don't walk in the street. Okay, you might be dead. Next, in 3, 2, 1, I'm gonna give you the question, bubble question number 7. Let's go. So the train is not going, let's see how many of you got this wrong. So the biggest mistake here is number 2. The train is going under the tunnel. Now, under, right, must be this motion. Okay, must be this motion. If it is going in this motion, it is going under, right? If the train goes like this, it goes under. But as you can see over here in this photo, which I have so kindly provided for you, it's going like this, in a straight line. So the train doesn't go under the tunnel. The train is under the tunnel, but the train now is moving through the tunnel. You can say that the train is under the tunnel. No, you can't. You can say the train is under the ground, right? You can say the train is under the ground, but you can't say that. Why is my name Louis Logic? I don't know. Okay, I do know. My name is Louis Logic because I like to do things. I think that English can be taught with logic. That's why I call myself Louis Logic. Because people say that you can't learn English with logic, and I completely disagree. Okay, English can be learned with logic. There is a formula to English. If you learn it with me, you will score. Next, in 3, 2, 1. Number 8. Let's Luigi. My real name is a secret that you will never know. Number 8. Let's test ourselves on prepositions of time. 3, 2, 1. Wow, okay, a very good number of you got it right. Super few got it wrong. Okay, I'm not going to say anymore because I've already explained till the cows come home what this answer is. Number 2, on the second day of the holiday. On the second day of the holiday, we visited Disney World. Next, in 3, 2, 1. Okay. We flew the clouds. We could see the islands dotting the sea. Ooh. Number 9, in 3, 2, 1. You see, this question is so tricky, right? I don't know if you have been on planes before. So this is not just a grammar question. It is also a logic question. Hey. Now, if you flew over the clouds, right? If you have ever flown over the clouds, you can't see anything. You can only see the clouds. So you obviously can't fly over the clouds if you've been on a plane. So sorry to those of you who have not been on a plane. And if you fly through the clouds, you can't see anything either. If you flew in the clouds, you will disappear. Okay. So the only correct answer is if you flew below the clouds. Let's test this. Can I sit what, Toby, at the movie theater, please? Okay, I'm going to ask you now, number 10, in 3, 2, 1. As expected, most of you got this right. Now, I'm going to show you the original one. The correct answer for this is number 4. Okay, the correct answer for this is number 4. Now, I'm going to explain to you why I changed the question. The original question is this. Can I sit what you at the movie theater, please? And I changed it to Toby instead of you. And it is because you can be used to refer to. Now, if you're talking to a group of people, right, you won't say you guys. No, not Toby Maguire. Now, I changed it from you to Toby because you can mean anyone, and it can also mean more than one person, right? Say, for example, you're talking to two people, right? Jenny and Kenny, right? And you can talk to them at once. Can I sit between you in the movie theater, please? Okay, so you can sit beside two people. So you, right? It's a very tricky thing. You can should mean singular, but you can also refer to more than two people, two or more people. Okay, so it becomes super complicated when the original question says, "Can I sit at you?" It could be between you, and you can talk to two people and use you to refer to both of them. So I had to change this. Okay. But yeah, just something that you should know. Grammatical rule is that you can be referring to more than two. Prepositions come after verbs. Okay, preposition comes after verbs. And when a preposition comes after a verb and the meaning of the verb does not change, I repeat, and if the meaning of the verb does not change, then it's just called a preposition and a verb. Okay, I worry about her future. The word about didn't change the meaning of worry, right? Worry is still there. About is just a preposition. The results differ from my expectation. From didn't change the meaning of the word differ. Okay, belong to did not change the meaning of belong to. Okay, account for didn't change the meaning. So when a verb followed by a preposition maintains the same meaning as the original verb, it's just a verb and a preposition. Now, why am I teaching you this? Because there are cases where a preposition comes after a verb and the meaning completely changes, which is like this. Okay. Now, when this happens, we call this a phrasal verb. Okay, phrasal verb. The word get means to like, I got this. Okay, I get this. But when I add the preposition through, you're not getting anything, you know. You are getting through this, which means that you will survive this. Okay, so to get through something means to survive or to succeed. And you'll notice here that the word get has nothing to do with survive. The word through has nothing to do with survive. But when used together, when their powers combine, they come up with a different meaning. That's a phrasal verb. Okay, and next one, come. This means come. Come along is a really bad example, actually. Come along, like, okay, come along is not a great example. Let me give you a better example. Now, the word to check, right? The word to check means to look through something very carefully, right? But to check out means to see something that you want to buy, right? I wanted to check out that bag. Okay, or I wanted to check out my luggage. Okay, I wanted to check out my luggage. So to check out something has a different meaning from just the word check. To check out means to like take it out from the hotel services and take it and put it into somewhere where you are going to go to. That's to check out. Okay, so phrasal verbs, right? Let me just explain it to you quite simply. Phrasal verbs happen when the verb and the preposition used together changes the original meaning of the word. Prepositions following adjectives, prepositions following adjectives just tells us how a person was feeling. Okay, so the kitten was afraid of the loud noise. My cousin is dedicated to. Okay, afraid is a preposition describing the cat or kitten. Dedicated is describing my cousin. Okay, angry describes she, and famous describes cleanliness. Sorry, famous describes Singapore, not cleanliness. Famous describes Singapore. Okay, so all these words, for, about, to, of are all prepositions. Okay, we're going to move on now to question number 11. Okay, I'll give you about a minute to do this one. And in 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. Yes, I had a few people who tell me jokes on this platform. I think they're very funny. A serious problem came up. Okay, now faced with cannot. We were faced with a serious problem, but we cannot. A serious problem cannot face us. Okay, got after means to chase after. Okay, we can find out there's a serious problem, but a serious problem cannot find us out. That's okay, Kate. Don't spam. You can buy Robux. Oh, you guys use these bubbles to buy Robux. I didn't know. Moving on. Next question. 4 Robux. Let's go. Number 12. I cannot believe she ate my secret right after I shared it with her. Number 12 in 3, 2, 1. So we have a good 100 plus. Well done. Good correct answers. Good number. I cannot believe she gave away my secret. Okay. Gave up has a different meaning. Gave is a very good phrasal verb. Give up means to surrender. Gave in means to succumb. Okay. So I'm going to teach you how to use the word gave in. I gave in to temptation. And finish the entire chocolate cake. Okay, so to give in, boys and girls, means to completely succumb to something, right? You are not supposed to eat the entire chocolate cake, but you cannot control yourself and you gave in to your temptation. Okay, so give in means to succumb, give away means to like let out a secret, give up means to surrender, give to doesn't really mean anything. Okay, give to doesn't really mean anything. I mean, you can use the word gave to, but there's no special meaning to it. Okay, next in 3, 2, 1, number 13. Why were her parents so pleased at her? Let's go. 3, 2, 1. So this is a preposition and adjective. Please is an adjective. What preposition should this be? With her. Okay, answer number 4. You can be pleased with someone. You can't be pleased about, and 45 of you chose pleased about her. Okay, why were her parents pleased about her? That doesn't make sense. Okay, it doesn't make sense. You can't be pleased about someone. Okay, we're down to our last question. It's very fast. Okay, and I'm going to show you this one right now. We were so excited at his decision to attend that school. We are so excited about his decision to attend that school, right? You can't say we are so excited on his decision. You can't say we are so excited of his decision, and you can't say we are so excited from his decision. Okay. Okay, so fun fact about prepositions, in case some of you didn't get this joke. Fun fact about prepositions, in the past, there were grammar people who were very angry, right? One day they all the grammar people in university met together and they were arguing about this. They felt that it's wrong to end a sentence with a preposition. So this is an old English rule. So something about English that you may find interesting is that the rules in English and the rules in grammar constantly change. And in the past, some rules that we had to follow, we no longer have to follow anymore. So in the past, there was this rule that we cannot end a sentence with a preposition. Okay. In some cases is acceptable, but by ending a sentence with a preposition, it's a grammar mistake that many English grammar people call terminal preposition. Okay, which is a rule that you cannot end a sentence with a preposition. So strange are these rules. Okay, and an example for this is this: what did you step on? It's fine to end with the word on. Okay, in this case, so nowadays they are allowing people to write English sentences with the preposition at the back. So it is acceptable to end a sentence with a phrasal verb. Okay, I wish he would cheer up. Okay, it's commonly used in everyday speech, and it does make your written language sound more informal to the reader. So choose wisely when to do so. Okay, which is faster, cold or hot? Hot is faster, Emerald. Why is hot faster, Emerald? I think hot is faster, Emerald. Tell me. Wait, Emerald, what's your answer? Quick. 3, 2, catch a cold? No, I don't know. Okay, hot. Why hot? Okay, so today we learned a few things. Just going to go through a summary of what we learned. Prepositions tell us 3 things, right? What do they tell us? They tell us the direction, they tell us the place, they tell us the time. Okay. Prepositions can come before nouns or objects, and it can be used to connect to other words. Prepositions can also come after verbs. Okay, preposition come before nouns, preposition come after verbs, where it does not change the meaning of the verb. Now, if a preposition doesn't change the meaning of a verb, it functions as a preposition. But when a verb and a preposition used together has a different meaning, this is very important. If a verb and a preposition used together has a different meaning, it is called a phrasal verb. Okay, so it's a phrasal verb if it has a different meaning when they're added together. Last one, prepositions can sometimes appear after adjectives to complete or elaborate on the ideas, emotions, or nouns that the adjectives describe.